So I don't know what's wrong with me recently, but I am like totally obsessed with like rubbish talk shows. I don't mean rubbish actually, because they can't be that rubbish if I'm sat there watching them, but I am so obsessed, and I don't know what's happened to me recently. Like I work full time during the day. On my days off I'm usually filming YouTube videos. In the evenings I'm like doing YouTube stuff and editing and all that kind of stuff. So when do I find the time to watch these shitty shows? But I just do. At the moment I've been obsessed with watching What Would You Do on YouTube. It's like, for people that don't know, it's an American like TV reality show where they set up scenes of awkward situations, and then they see if people like intervene, or they see how people react, or they see if the general public react. And oh my god, it's such an amazing show, and I'm like obsessed with it. I think I must have watched like every single version. I don't know how I came across it because we don't have it in the UK, but I think I YouTubed something and then something came up, and I just got really intrigued by this show and thought it was incredible. So I'm like obsessed with it. The other thing I'm obsessed with is like Dr. Phil. And I think I'm some sort of weirdo, because I find like the weirder the situation and the weirder the show and the weirder the scenario, the more I'm into watching it, which makes me sound like a bit of a weirdo and a freak show. And actually something I probably shouldn't make a video about, something I shouldn't announce, but like when I see that girls are dating their mum's uncles, I'm like, oh my god, does this stuff actually happen in real life? And honestly, the weirder the better. And like, guy's been dating a girl but doesn't realise the girl's actually a man. Oh my god, I'm there watching it, and I just cannot. These shows were made for people like me that just get entertained and overexcited by weird shit that happens in the world. The other thing I love is Steve Wilkos. I think Steve Wilkos is great because he just says shit how it is, and I just love the fact that he gets angry with the guests. Jeremy Kyle, on the other hand, I don't know, like, I'm just not the biggest fan of Jeremy Kyle. I think with Jeremy Kyle, I don't like the guests that he has on the show. I just find them a bit too chavvy, and I'm just not a fan of people that just can't be bothered. I don't even know why you would go on the show and tell people that you've just come out of jail and that you're claiming benefits and you don't look after your kids. Like, I just don't understand that sort of stuff. So if you're a weirdo like me and you like watching all these weird shows and it gives you a kick to like find out people's lives are like shittier than yours, then please let me know, because I'm just obsessed. And if there's any other talk shows out there that I'm missing out on, the only one I don't watch that I used to watch is Jerry Springer, because I don't actually believe in those scenarios. I don't believe that those are true. I think that those are made up situations, because some of those situations are just too unrealistic for me to believe that they actually happen in the world. Dr. Phil I think is fabulous because he's a counsellor at the same time. Dr. Phil I actually do have a lot of time for. I'm saying it like I've met him. I'm saying it like he's my friend. Dr. Phil I think is fantastic because, you know, he counsels people through it, and it's like normally really traumatic and emotional. And again, the more traumatic it is, the more I want to watch it, which just makes me sound awful, but it really makes me like appreciate my life. So yeah, if you're like me, please let me know, because I feel like a little bit of a weirdo, and I don't know why I'm making this video, but something I just wanted to talk about because I want to know if other people watch these things as obsessively as I do. But now I'm like really into like those three shows, like What Would You Do, Dr. Phil, Steve Wilkos, anything where like crazy stuff happens in people's lives, like I'm there. The Maury Show I don't watch because it all just seems to be, are you the father? And that is all I've ever seen Maury do, especially like the ones that they show in the UK. It's just, are you the father, DNA test, and it's just like been done enough times. But the Dr. Phil show I think is great because it's stuff like real life traumatic stuff and girls that just get through these traumatic things, sex trafficking, paedophilia, abuse, you know, stuff that I really feel strongly about, and I feel like there's not enough exposure about these kind of things in the world. But stuff like Maury and Is That Your Child, like I'm really not interested in stuff like that. But you know, stuff that happens in the world, like I just feel like I am really lucky in my life. And you know, sometimes you go through really crap times in life, you watch a talk show and you think, oh my god, my life is so much better than that. And I'm not saying that's why you should watch talk shows, but some people do have really shitty lives and are quite miserable, and then they come on TV. I just feel weird that people go on talk shows and tell the world how shit their lives are. Like, and I'm talking about not necessarily Jerry Springer, because I think that's just made up stuff. I don't know. Tell me if it is, because I actually don't know these things. I'm just making stuff up because I don't know. But yeah, tell me if you're like a talk show junkie like me, and tell me if there's any talk shows that I'm missing out on that I should be watching it with really freaky storylines, because they're the ones I love to watch. So have a great day. I hope someone can relate to this video and not just judge and think I'm some sort of weirdo. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and love you lots. Mwah.